Today we're going to talk about financial status reports, or FSRs, including initiating, completing, and returning to an FSR in progress. To initiate an FSR, the authorized official, agency administrator, or authorized signer will log into IGX and go to the My HOPE grant using either My Tasks or the search menu. Once you have logged into IGX, the system will take you to the dashboard, which is the screen shown here. To get to the grant using My Tasks, scroll through the list of tasks on the My Tasks panel on the dashboard. Your grant will show up in that list. Click on the grant number outlined here in red to go to the grant. Clicking on the organization name will take you to the organization information page, not the grant. To use the search option, click Searches, then Grants. Enter My HOPE grant for the type and the organization's name under Organization. Click Search. Click the grant number to take you to that grant. Once in the grant, the authorized signer will click Initiate Related Doc from the left-hand menu to initiate the FSR. This will open a pop-up where you will select My HOPE FSR from the available document dropdown and click Create. To complete the FSR, you will need to complete the report information, expense summary, and expense detail sections. For the report information section, you will select the radio button determining if this is the final FSR or not, and fill in the current report period. This should encompass all the dates on the invoices in the FSR. The expense summary section shows your approved budget, previous expenditures, returned funds, expenditures for this period, total expenditures, and the current balance of your grant. If you want to request an advance, that can also be done here. Enter the amount that you want to advance in the box outlined here in red. Complete the expense detail section for admin and each house included in this FSR. If you need to include more than one line, click the plus button at the end of the expense detail line. Admin should have its own line and each individual house should have its own line. Both activities must be approved for each house included in the FSR or it will not be approved. For the budget category, use the drop-down to choose My HOPE or Admin. My HOPE will be used for most of the expenses for each house. For address, enter the address. For activity, use the drop-down to select the My HOPE eligible activity. For description, enter a description for the My HOPE eligible activity. For total amount of invoice, enter the total amount of the invoice, including money that will not be covered by the MSHDA grant. For amount billed to MSHDA, include only the amounts of the invoice that will be billed to MSHDA. For supporting documentation, upload the invoices. The My HOPE Program Administration Report is uploaded as the supporting documentation for employee time counted towards administration. At the top of the form, select the type of admin the form will be used for, program administration or activity delivery costs. For this report, we want to see the subrecipient organization name and the current grant number. We also need the employee's name, title, and the report period. The report period should be a date range that covers every date listed in the program admin report. Each line should include the date, task description, the number of hours it took to complete, hourly pay rate, and the total. The total hours and total for each line should be added towards the bottom. If the section isn't applicable for the line you are filling out, write NA. The employee signature and the approving supervisor signature must also be included at the bottom of the form. The FSR can be canceled or submitted by the authorized signer using the Cancel FSR or Submit FSR button on the left-hand menu. After the FSR is submitted, it will be reviewed by the champion, manager, and director within MSHDA. If errors are found, the FSR will be returned for modifications. To return to an FSR that is already in progress, log into IGX and go to the My HOPE grant using either My Tasks or the search menu. To use the search option, click Search, then Grants. Enter My HOPE grant for the type and the organization's name under Organization. Click Search. Click the grant number to take you to that grant. Scroll the left-hand menu down and click Financial Status Report. You will then have a list of FSRs to choose from, including any FSR that has been approved in the past. If you have any questions about financial status reports, please email your questions to the My HOPE email box listed here.